Hi everyone, today is Saturday, January 23rd, and we had a pretty good week. So we did a lot of studying and we stuck to our protocol of eliminating the 12 bad foods, taking our supplements, and exercise.
Yes.
So Mike's going to share some things that we were looking into this week.
What did I do this week? I exercised 5 times. I had some good workouts, jumping rope, lifting weights. I also caught the eye of my son. He wants to go to the gym. He wants me to go to the gym with him. It does violate my policy of leaving home to exercise. I don't like to go more than 10 feet to my exercise station, but how can I resist? He wants me.
Yeah.
All right, also, I had to go off my low-carb diet. Works really well with my body type, but I had to go off of it because my supplements that my lovely wife is giving me exceeds my daily allotment of carbs. So, but it's supposed to bring down my blood pressure, so I had to weigh out lowering my blood pressure versus losing weight, death versus just being a little heavy. Fear won out. I went off the diet. Throw the diet out. I'm taking my supplements.
Well, you went off the diet in what way? Not all the way.
I'll get to that a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
I still have, I still have some ammo. All right. Also, I did some study on the 12 bad foods. I am probably, I love wheat and bread and rolls and biscuits and tortillas and all of that. And when you tell me I can't have that, I get a little edgy. So, since fear works so well on me, I said, I'm just going to study it. I'm just going to read what Dr. Glidden has to say about it. And what Dr. Davis, the guy that wrote Wheat Belly, for all you guys with a pot belly, it might be a wheat belly, Dr. William Davis. Anyways, something happens. It can't break down the gluten, which is like the protein in the grain. And if it goes through your small intestine, it damages it, and then you have digestive problems. And I started noticing a while back that I would get heartburn after I ate, possibly I ate way too much pizza. So it could have been the pepperoni, it could have been the sauce. So I thought, is it the bread? When I go to Olive Garden and eat, 3 baskets of breadsticks, I'd get heartburn. And maybe I'm eating too much. I am a big eater / glutton. But I started thinking, oh man, I got to cut down on bread because I think it's giving me heartburn. One of the symptoms that Dr. Wim says if you're slightly intolerant to gluten and grain is heartburn. And it's a mild one. So I just decided I'm throwing things out this week. I'm throwing out grain, at least probably for good, because I feel better not getting heartburn. I don't like heartburn. So
was that just something you just now decided to do? You were already doing it. No,
I cut it out. It's out on my low carb diet because it's high in carbs. It's 2 slices of bread is like the equivalent. I forget how many scoops of tablespoons of sugar. It raises your blood, and that's the other thing is I'm trying to keep my blood on an even keel. My blood sugar from spiking.
Yeah. Because
of I talked about some issues my mom had being diabetic. So I'm trying to be kind to my blood sugar, and eliminating bread helps in that area. So that's what that's what I've been doing this week, learning about that. Also I did a little investigation on my blood pressure medication that my medical doctor gave me, and I'm not really sure if we're self-diagnosing ourselves here, and we're really going off the rails as far as our MD. And so I've decided to try to lower my blood pressure, hypertension, with exercise, diet, and supplements. So I started looking at things. I don't know why I looked at salt is associated with high blood pressure, but I read this thing because so what are the side effects of having too little salt? Because I'm a firm believer that if just the right amount is good, way too much is better. So if you tell me to get off salt or lower my salt, I'm like, I'll eliminate all salt from my diet. I won't eat any packaged food. I won't use the salt shaker. I'm extreme.
Yeah.
Well, there's problems if you don't get enough salt. Because I can remember as a kid when I played football, they used to give us salt tablets. We'd do these 3-a-days out in the sun, and you'd sweat and sweat. They'd give us salt tablets. I'm thinking, why are they giving us salt? Well, I think so. So anyways, I looked at working out, exercising, and not getting enough salt. Because when you sweat, guess what's in your sweat? That stuff that makes your eyes sting, that's salt. So you have to be careful. I cannot recommend exercise to you if you don't have enough salt or the right supplements or the right minerals and nutrients in your body.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's good news or bad news. But anyways, that's the kind of stuff that I look at. I look at both sides. I also read an article in defense of wheat. We'll call it big wheat. And it was very technical. You have to be a biochemist to really kind of understand it. So I read it and I thought there's some valid points. But the reason I like Dr. Davis, because with wheat belly, he's actually a cardiologist and has patients, and a lot of them were pre-diabetic or diabetic. And he said, "Hey, how about if you just cut out wheat for 6 months?" And he had all these great results. With symptoms, and you just check him out on the web, and he experienced a lot of great results: weight loss, blood sugar levels coming down, and normal digestion. Okay, how amazing! So I'm off of grain, off of those, what is it? Wheat, rye, barley, oats, but I can still have rice once in a while. So what else did I do this week?
You were going to tell us about the medication you checked into.
Oh, the medication does have side effects. Everything has side effects, and I didn't like the side effects. Some of them were the one that scared me the most is that some medications give you a higher rate of possibly becoming diabetic. I'm trying to steer away from that. Trying to do everything I can to steer away from that. So I'm still weighing it out. I'm looking at both sides, looking at the positive, is there any positives to what my medical doctor gives me, the drugs, or they're going to give me statins to lower my cholesterol. So I'm looking at more of a holistic, natural way to do it, because that's just the way I tilt.
Were there any consequences for doing it with just supplementation?
Well, yeah, there's not nearly the side effects.
That's not a consequence.
That is to me.
Not having side effects?
Yeah. The consequences of taking a synthetic drug, there are side effects. That's a consequence.
Well, that's the medicine, but I'm saying supplementing.
I like beneficial consequences.
Okay. That's not consequences. Those are...
Let me work it out myself.
Okay.
All right, so what else? Okay, I think that's everything. Do you want to... All
right, so also another subject, I really hate this word, but is obesity. And we've been doing some research on obesity, and apparently even if you're just 30 pounds overweight,
I'm obese.
You're obese. Which is a horrible word. I hate that word. But anyhow, it is a chronic problem in our country, I guess in the world even. And Dr. Wallach and Dr. Glidden both say it's a mineral deficiency problem, because if you do not have enough minerals in your system, you get the munchies. Your body starts craving and just eating. And because Dr. Wallach was a veterinarian first, they knew how to fatten up the cattle for market, and they would simply cut out their minerals, and then those cows eat everything. Even they call it cribbing.
Well,
when they would even
cribbing.
Horses do cribbing, where they start eating wood and stuff.
The corral.
Yeah, because they're looking for minerals. They can't quit eating. So that's what they do with cattle. And anyhow, so I'm pretty excited about that information, that knowledge, because I always thought I just had this severe flesh problem, which indeed I do, and I have to go to the Lord every day, but it's really not the main problem when you're struggling with weight, the main problem is you need to nutrify your body, have the right amount of minerals in you. And it's really true. We do not have cravings. Do I still have to work on readjusting my thinking about what foods I bring in my house? Yes, we're training ourselves. I'm amazed at how long I've even been closed to paying attention to this area. You know, you just get caught up in your culture, and this is what we do. And it wasn't really until I started having some physical consequences.
Yeah.
So I'm encouraged, because truly I don't feel cravings, and I don't overeat. I used to follow along with him, and he could eat more. He could eat more, and I suffered faster for it though. So anyways, I'm glad he's...
There is something wrong when you eat enough pizza and you go back and have 4 more slices. It's just not right.
Oh, but it tastes so good.
Yeah, it does.
But now we don't eat pizza. So, okay, let's talk about our weight loss this week.
All right.
Okay, I beat you this week.
You did. I lost.
You lost. I won.
Congratulations. Well done. I'm going to get you next week.
We'll see. Okay, so this week I lost 3 pounds. Woohoo!
Wow.
And Mike lost, let's see here, 1.6.
0.6.
Oh, sorry, 1.6. But down is down, and we're always encouraged. Okay, and to talk about numbers also, we're going to talk about Mike's blood pressure. Are you going to share your numbers?
Well, I'm taking a different tack on my blood pressure and my cuff machine. Thank you everyone that's sending me your your surefire cures for hypertension. My sister Marcy. I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. But what I'm trying to do is like my cuff machine. So I go at it like I haven't read anything that says you can take your blood pressure too many times a day, but I'm going to attack it. I'm going to take my blood pressure every hour, every half hour.
Don't.
Yeah, I am.
What,
or like
4 times?
Yeah, like 4 times in a row.
Okay.
Because I make myself nervous and I raise my own blood pressure. Something about hearing my own heartbeat, it just drives me crazy. So I just relax. I just take it and a couple of times, and it's weird. It will actually come down. I can see it come down, and I'm not sure if I'm prepared to share my numbers, but are you going to do it anyways?
Well, I don't have to, but
I'll go ahead.
Okay, so
everybody wants
this
to know.
last Friday he was 151 over 82, and his pulse was 67, and that is...
No, I got into the 140s.
Oh, I didn't write... Well, that was Friday. Okay, probably today you
Might be
guys
my
were.
best number.
Well, that must have been today, but this was
Yeah,
as
so
of Friday.
I'm almost
He's almost normal.
in the high range of normal.
But when he started...
I was
Now, this might have been part of his white coat syndrome problem, but he was 216 over 87.
Yeah, I was at the high range of high.
Yeah, so we're really encouraged by this protocol he's on
too.
with nutrients and supplementation and eating healthy,
Yes.
exercising, but he's for sure getting enough minerals. So
Yes, I am. Thank you.
anyways, we really do love this journey we're on and are encouraged every day. And I just want to say, if you're, in the words of Dr. Glidden, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, please get in contact with us and let us sign you up for some supplementation. We have a self-evaluation we can give you so that you can see what you need and you can understand your health needs. And longevity is science-based and clinically verified, and I just love the history of this company, the history of Dr. Wallach and his research. It's a really awesome supplementation company. So please, we will leave, both of us have longevity websites. I will leave them both in the description.
Yeah, I do.
And if you will sign up, or if you need my help, just make sure you text me or leave me a message, because I don't answer calls I don't recognize, phone numbers I don't recognize, and we would really be grateful for your business. Thank you. Oh, and next week we'll be skipping because we're going to be out of town. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
There we go.
God bless.